Hello, my name is Cory Ruchlin from the Hansen Research Group at Florida State University. Today I will be briefly discussing our communication recently published in ACS Energy Letters entitled Singlet Sensitization-Enhanced upconversion solar cells via Self-Assembled Trilayers. In this study, we observed the effects of the addition of a third moiety, a singlet sensitizer, to an already reported self-assembled dye multilayer for use in integrated triplet-triplet annihilation upconversion dye-sensitized solar cells. In a previous study published in ACS Energy Letters, our group has shown that sensitizer-acceptor multilayers as part of an integrated upconversion solar cell are an effective means of harvesting low-energy photons and converting them into photocurrent. One of the major drawbacks of this system is the wide transparency window between the sensitizer and acceptor absorption features. In this work, a singlet sensitizer is used to absorb the previously transmitted photons, and through a resonance energy transfer to the triplet sensitizer, a known triplet-triplet annihilation upconversion process can be induced. This third dye is incorporated within the multilayer assembly for efficient energy transfer. Fluorescein was chosen as the singlet sensitizer for this study due to its absorption overlap with the transparency window, as well as its high fluorescence quantum yield, carboxylate binding group for use in self-assembly, and its low-cost commercial availability. The dyes were loaded onto the surface using a previously reported stepwise soaking procedure. Each step of that assembly was monitored using UVVis spectroscopy. Most notably, it can be seen that the addition of the singlet sensitizer increases the absorptivity of the film in the transparency window between the sensitizer and acceptor. Additionally, it can be shown that without the second zinc linking ion treatment, there is very little singlet sensitizer contribution. This implies that the singlet sensitizer is indeed forming a trilayer architecture rather than co-depositing on the second layer alongside the sensitizer. With the multilayer dye assemblies acting as the photoanode, coupled with the platinum cathode and cobalt-2,3 phenanthroline redox mediator, devices were fabricated and tested using multiple measurement techniques. First, a short-circuit photocurrent density versus time measurement shows the current produced under a simulated solar spectrum at 1.15 sun intensity passed through a 455 nanometer long-pass filter to isolate the contribution from upconversion. The singlet sensitized trilayer was shown to produce significantly higher photocurrent than the bilayer control. In addition, a device made using only the singlet sensitizer attached via a photo and electrochemically inert bridge molecule was tested and showed very little current contribution due to direct injection from the singlet sensitizer. We also measured the incident photon to current efficiency, or IPCE, to determine the wavelength dependence of the photocurrent generation. Not only was the IPCE observed to be significantly higher across the spectrum in the trilayer as compared to the bilayer control, but both spectra were shown to closely match the absorptance profiles of the films themselves. To verify the TTA mechanism, photocurrent intensity dependence measurements were taken of both the trilayer and bilayer control devices. The characteristic quadratic to linear dependence change is a signature of the TTA process. Additionally, the slope crossover point, known as the ith value, is the minimum excitation intensity where TTA reaches maximum efficiency for a given system. And while these thresholds fall below the solar flux of the excitation wavelengths and the photon flux corrected for the film's absorptances for both devices, the trilayer device shows a significantly lower ith value than the bilayer. Here is the proposed mechanism for the singlet sensitized TTA-UC solar cell with select productive and non-productive processes highlighted in green and red respectively. The rate constants and efficiencies for each of these processes were determined using comparative steady-state and time-resolved emission absorption measurements. With these efficiencies known, we could calculate the theoretical performance improvement resulting from the addition of the singlet sensitizer using these equations, which incorporate the absorptance increment with the addition of the singlet sensitizer and the productive and non-productive energy transfer efficiencies. The resulting theoretical values were found to be in close agreement with the experimental values determined for both photocurrent density and ith value. In conclusion, we have successfully incorporated a singlet sensitizer into an integrated TTA-UC solar cell, resulting in a system that allows for broadband absorption, directional energy transfer from singlet sensitizer to acceptor, electron injection, and regeneration from the redox mediator. This four-component photoanode coupled with the redox mediator constitute arguably the most complex structured energy and electron management scheme ever designed by humans. The improvements in cell performance have resulted in a record photocurrent density for any upconversion solar cell, a higher IPCE over the area of interest, and lower ith values. More detailed data, discussion, and experimental details can be found in our publication. The DOI and page numbers are listed in the top right. Thank you.